you very much for joining in. We do understand that you did meet the management of Divi's lab some time ago as well. Tell us about, in conjunction with that meeting, what have you thought about the import alert that they received along with the exemption of certain products?
Yes. Basically, when we met them at their office some 3 weeks back, so company was confident of resolving this issue with US FDA related to Unit 2. But obviously, this has resulted into import alert right now. So company had also expected that US FDA will exempt certain products where the Divi's lab has higher market share, basically.
So, I mean, what's the final impact really? I mean, it's under 10%, given the exemptions, etc.
Yes. So the base case scenario where we had not assumed any import alert for Unit 2, we were about 51 rupees on FY18 EPS and 58 rupees on FY19 EPS. So assuming that import alert has come and they have exempted large number of products where Divi's has substantial exposure, basically, like naproxen and gabapentin. So we are assuming 15 to 20% kind of a cut on FY18 and FY19 EPS estimates. From 51, it will become around 40 in FY18, and for FY19, it would reduce to 45, 46.
What is your how are you going to factor in the fact that there could be some amount of client cancellations and de-risking from a client's end that could happen as well?
Yes, you're right that this earning estimate does not include any order cancellation impact or any impact from Europe side, where Europe or regulatory authority may also come and inspect the facility, and that may result in another import alert or something like that. So that impact is not factored in this EPS. So that will reflect in their multiples, basically. So typically it used to trade at 20, 22 times, which now it may trade at around 16 times on FY19.
If in case it is a worst case scenario, I know it's tough to quantify because 90% of what the company does is exported. In that case, like for example, if UK becomes more stringent or EU becomes more stringent, how do you quantify that then?
Then the impact would be huge because company has substantial exposure to Europe as well. So there could also be impact on the CRAMS business side, where client may not be interested in doing a business. So that's very difficult to estimate, but that impact would be significant going ahead.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the other stock now, Amey, that is basically Dr. Reddy's. Have you managed to go through those 13 observations and your thoughts on it?
So some of these observations look critical. Some of them look repetitive in nature compared to what it was given in warning letter. So typically when there are repetitive observations, repeat observations, and obviously US FDA thinks that there is a negligence issue and then it could escalate to import alert. There is a possibility. So that risk will always be there, but it is also from Dr. Reddy's perspective that they can also manage to convince US FDA by doing remediation actions that they will resolve these issues also. So there is both possibilities that they can resolve these issues also, but it may take some time of like 3 to 4 quarters, or it may escalate to import alert also if US FDA is not satisfied with their work.
Okay. Just a quick follow-up before I toss it over to Prashant. Amey, just about Dr. Reddy's, are you worried that maybe there could be a global remediation or a system-wide remediation that the company might have to undergo because of the Dovara facility? Or do you think that each facility is going to be treated independent of each other, which includes Mriyalaguda as well as Srikakulam?
I think each facility would be treated independently. They had already given systemic risk, or they have already indicated systemic risk in their warning letter itself. So they had already told them to do these changes in all their facilities. So as per Dr. Reddy's, they have done all those changes in all their facilities. So I think going ahead, it would be specific to particular plant rather than all the plants.
Right. Amey, thanks very much for that. Good speaking with you. Appreciate you joining in.